This story is very interesting fantasy and adventures movie, and we are sure you will enjoy it. At the beginning, we see witches whose appearance is quite creepy. She came to kill a boy. When she reaches the boy hits his finger in the eyes of the witch, forcing the witch to flee. The movie jumps 20 years ahead. Now we see that the little clever boy has grown up and his name is Lucas. Lucas is enjoying life with his mom. One day his mom gives him a locket and tells him, "This locket will always guide you to the right path and protect you." Lucas takes the locket and keep it safe, not knowing that life is not always beautiful and easy. Sometime later, the same witch returns. Lucas tries hard to save his mom from the witch, but with his dark power, she kills her mom forever. After his mom's death, Lucas is completely broken because he had no one else in his life. Time passes. One day, Lucas sits under a tree with his locket. Holding it in his hand, he says, "I want to run my mill, so make the wind blow faster." As soon as he says this, the wind starts blowing faster, but it became so strong that his windmill scattered into pieces. Lucas is very sad to see this. He sits by his broken mill and keeps the broken pieces with. Meanwhile, we see a fairy who is watching Lucas. Actually, the fairy is controlling the locket and granting every wish which is made through it. Lucas takes his mill to the city to get it fixed. On the way, he sees a man in trouble with his cart which is broken down. Lucas helps him and get the cart run. In return, the man offers Lucas a job. The man is a tailor but wants to take the advantage of Lucas, so he traps him. One day, while Lucas is carrying the tailor with his goods across a channel, all the goods were fallen into water made by the tailor. The tailor blames Lucas for this, and Lucas is very worried and doesn't know how to compensate for the loss. The man takes advantages and tells Lucas to repay this loss. "You must work for me for a year." Lucas has no another option and agrees. One day, while Lucas is sitting in his room, he hears a commotion outside. Looking out the window, he sees a magician performing magic trick with his 7 daughters. People are enjoying the show. The magician tells everyone about a magical world beyond this, where there is a creature with 7 horns on its head, one of which is golden. Any wish made before the golden horn is granted. Hearing this, Lucas becomes very excited. Without delay, he packs his things and set out in search of the magical world. When the tailor learns of Lucas' escape, he becomes furious and sends his dangerous dog after Lucas. Seeing Lucas in trouble, the fairy sends a small cute dog to help him. The dog goes to the dangerous dog and communicates with them. They understand and leave. Lucas loves the dog and takes it with him on his journey to the magical world. Soon they reach a village where a wedding is taking place. Lucas is very hungry but has no way to get food, so he sent his dog to the party. As planned, the dog dirties the bride's dress. The bride is upset, but Lucas enters as a hero and says he can fix everything. When asked who is he says, "I am a tailor." He quickly fixes the bride's dress. The bride is happy and the groom gives Lucas a coin and some food. After this, Lucas goes to a cave to spend the night. Meanwhile, the magician learns of Lucas' arrival and comes there with his daughters. One daughter tells Lucas, "We know your intention. Just believe in yourself, you will surely reach the magical world." The next morning, Lucas resumes his journey with his dog. He goes to a new village and sees a funeral taking place. Lucas needs a place to stay, so he uses his old trick. He sends the dog to dirty the priest's dress. Then Lucas, as a tailor, fixes the dress of the priest. Happy gives him food and place to stay. Lucas continued to another village where the king and the queen are celebrating their birthday. He tries his same trick again but fails this time. The priest and the bride from the previous scene recognizes him and tell the king that Lucas deceived people in the same way. The king, angry, orders Lucas to be jailed and even sentenced him to be hanged in the next morning. Sitting sadly in the jail, Lucas wonders how to escape. He sees his locket and asks for help. He hears the fairy's voice. There is only one way out this jail, 7 steps away from you. Lucas walks 7 steps and a door opens. Without thinking, he jumps through the door, which leads to a dark basement. Finding his way out, he realizes he has reached another world, the magical world. that magician has spoken of. Lucas and his dog arrive in a village. Then they reach a small house and the Lucas meet a girl named Lucia. Lucia is surprised to see him and asks how they got there. Lucas tell her he came for a special purpose. Lucas becomes sad and say this world is not the same anymore. You should go back. Lucas asks why. Lucia explains that when the horned creature arrived, everything was good, but then it disappeared and terrible storm destroyed everything. Lucia shows Lucas a deep ravine and says it was once a beautiful valley, but now it's just a memory. Lucas wonders if the people didn't die but are alive in underworld. He suggests they could go down and check. Lucia is surprised but say it's not easy. She takes Lucas to a place where many women are sleeping. Lucia explains that they are cursed. They wake at night and forget all their memory during the day. Lucas asks how Lucia is safe and she shows her two golden earrings that protect her. She gives Lucas some special seeds that restore lost memories. At night, the women wake up and see Lucas' cap. Search the house, but Lucas hides using a magical wheel from his broken mill. When the woman leaves, Lucas returns to Lucia, but soon the women come back and this time catch Lucas and capture Lucia. Lucas tries to escape with Lucia but fails. He jumps off a hill using the magical blanket as a parachute. While falling, he sees some soldiers hiding treasure. The noise of falling rocks scares the soldiers away, and Lucas finds the treasure and takes it to the nearby village. In the village, soldiers complain to the king about a monster stealing their treasure. Lucas tells the king he found no monster, only treasure. The king is pleased and invites Lucas to stay in his palace. Lucas, fearing the soldiers might steal the treasure, draw a magical circle and sleep inside it, safe from harm. At night, the soldier tried to find Lucas but can't see him inside the circle. Thinking Lucas has escaped, they search by the river where a monster is sleeping. The monster wakes and attacks the village, but the villagers hide in their house. The king is worried, and Lucas gives him the special seed from Lucia, which restores the king's memory. Suddenly it starts snowing and the wind blows hard. Lucas gets an idea to build a machine to reach the hilltop. He tells the king that Lucia and the women are alive on the hill. At first, the king doesn't believe him, but then he is happy and decides to return to his world. At night, Lucas uses his locket to visit Lucia in her dreams and tell her everything. Lucia is happy and gives Lucas one of her earrings so they can communicate. Lucas works hard and builds a machine to reach the hilltop. When it's ready, he ties it to the hill and flies up. But the soldiers cut the rope and Lucas falls into the river, where the monster lives. Somehow he survives and returns to the palace. The soldiers, seeing Lucas as an obstacle, plant the golden horn from the missing creature under his bed to frame him. The king, angry, locks Lucas in the room and doesn't let him explain. Lucas sends a message to the king, asking for a chance to speak. The king listens and Lucas explains that the horn was hidden before he arrived. The king realizes the soldiers are lying and questions them. The soldiers trap and attack the king, but the monster returns. Shaking the ground, Lucas grabs the magical horn and escapes. Outside, Lucas realizes the monster is actually the horned creature, driven mad by the loss of its horn. Lucas thinks if he returns the horn, everything will be fine. That night, the witch tries to harm Lucas again, but his dog stops her. The next day, Lucas tells the king that golden horn belongs to the creature and if they return it, peace will return. The king promises Lucas half his kingdom and his daughter's hand in marriage if he succeeds. Meanwhile, Lucia uses Lucas' sewing machine to make frocks for all the women so they can descend the hill. As the women come down, Lucia joins Lucas. Lucas, seeing Lucia, thinks it's the perfect time to be a hero. He jumps into the river, he returns to the horn to the creature, and everything changes. The curse ends and the magical world is restored. The king, true to his word, offers Lucas half his kingdom and his daughter's hand. Lucas is overjoyed, but then learns Lucia is not the king's daughter. Heartbroken, Lucas must choose between wealth and his love. He chooses Lucia, saying she is his real treasure. The king, upset, says Lucas won't get the kingdom if he doesn't marry the princess. Lucas rejects the offer, saying Lucia is his true wealth. As Lucas reaches for Lucia, suddenly he finds himself back in the jail where he first entered the magical world. Confused, he uses his locket to talk to the fairy, who tells him it was all real, not a dream. Lucas asks how to return, and the fairy says, "Walk 7 steps again." Lucas does so and returns to the magical world. Now changed, Lucia is crying and tells Lucas that the prince has again captured the horned creature and everything is ruined again. Lucas and Lucia realizes nothing will change, so decide to return to their actual world together.